Hello everyone, welcome back to your English literature class. In today's class, we'll study a poem Cargoes written by John Masefield. Before starting the poem, let's see about the poet. John Edward Masefield was an English poet and writer and poet laureate from 1930 until 1967. Among his best known works are the children's novels The Midnight Folk and The Box of Delights. He is John Edward Masefield. Now, first I will recite the poem for you, so please listen to it carefully. Quincrim of Nineveh, from distant Ophir, rowing home to haven in sunny Palestine, with a cargo of ivory and apes and peacocks, sandalwood, cedar wood, and sweet white wine. Stately Spanish galleon coming from the isthmus, dipping through the tropics by the palm green shores, with a cargo of diamonds, emeralds, amethyst, topazes, and cinnamon and gold moidos. Dirty British coaster with a salt-caked smokestack butting through the channel in the mad March days, with a cargo of tin coal, road rails, pig-lead, firewood, ironware, and cheap tin trays. Now children, let's start with the explanation. This poem represents, each and every stanza of this poem represents different time period. The first stanza represents the ancient time, the second stanza represents the medieval time, and the third and the last stanza represents the same medieval period only but little later on. Alright. So, cargoes. What is the meaning of cargoes? Cargoes means ships used to carry goods. Goods means things. Alright, cargoes used to carry. Cargoes means ships used to carry goods. Quincrim. What is the meaning of quincrim? It's written in your book also, children. Quincrim is a large ship used by the Greeks and Romans in ancient times to carry cargo and to wage war. Wage war means to fight in the war. So, quincrim was a huge ship used by the Greeks. Nineveh. Nineveh is the capital city of the ancient empire of Assyria, which in modern day is known as Iraq. Distant. Distant means a long way. Alright. Ophir. Ophir means fabled land of gold. A place where gold is found in good quantity. Fabled means filled with gold. The land which is filled with gold. Rowing home to haven. Haven means place where we feel safe. The place where ships feel safe. What is that place called? Port. Alright. Port is the place where ships feel safe. Means they stay there, they rest, they are filled with petrol, and whatever problems the ship has, everything is cured there. So haven means, here in this poem, haven means the seaport. Alright. Where the ships take rest. Cargo, I have already told you all. Cargo means goods. Cargo means goods. Ivory. What is ivory? Ivory means it's a ivory. Nowadays you all know now it's type of paper sheet, but ivory, the exact meaning of ivory is it's tusk of elephant. Tusk means the teeth of elephant. All right. The white shiny, that is called ivory, and it is very costly. Apes. Apes you all know. Alright. Apes you all know na. Big monkey is a type of gorilla. And peacocks, sandalwood, cedarwood. Sandalwood and cedarwood are woods which are very costly. And sweet white wine. Sweet white wine means a wine. Wine is a type of fruit juice which is not for children. Alright. And The color of the wine is white. So this first stanza is showing the ancient period, and it is also showing the richness of the people at that time. All right. White wine is representing the royal families. All right. In the royal families only people used to drink white wine. It is a type of juice. So, in the first stanza, the poet is telling us about the different cargoes which were overloaded. What were the cargoes? Ivory, apes, peacocks, different types of wood, sandal and cedar wood, which were very costly, and sweet white wine, which was also very costly. So, in the first stanza, everything is showing the royalness and richness of the ancient period. Stately. Stately means grand, huge. Spanish galleon. Galleon also means a large sailing vessel. Vessel means a ship with 3 or 4 masts. We have already discussed this now in the chapter Robinson Crusoe. If you remember, it's a triangular shape. It is also given in your book. It's a triangular shaped flag which controls the position of the wind. Alright, so galleon is a large sailing vessel with 3 or 4 masts used from around 1400 to around 1600 to carry cargo and to wage war. Now see, in the second stanza, the poet is telling us about the different time period. Little bit medieval. Medieval means in between, after the ancient. So this ship was also used for carrying cargoes and in the wars. Alright. So, stately Spanish galleon coming from the isthmus. Isthmus means a strip of land, a piece of land with water on both sides that connects two large land masses. Land masses means two large pieces of land, alright, such as the Isthmus of Panama. If you see in the map, you will see that Isthmus of Panama that connects South America to North America. Dipping through the tropics by the palm green shores. Dipping means going under, and coming means the rowing position of the ship. This is called dipping. Alright, this is called dipping. Going, coming. This is called dipping. Dipping through the tropics. Tropics, what is tropics? You all know now. In social studies, you must have studied about tropics of Cancer, tropics of Capricorn. The palm green shores. The palm green shores means here the poet is representing the shores of the sea which are covered with palm trees. The shores of the sea which are covered with palm trees with the cargo of diamonds. Now, what cargoes? What are the cargoes? Different things which this Spanish galleon used to carry. Cargo of diamonds, emeralds, amethyst, topazes, and cinnamon and gold moidores. Okay, diamonds, emeralds and amethyst, these all are precious stones. And cinnamon is a spice. You tell your mummy at home, she will show you in the kitchen. It's a spice, a kind of spice which is put in the vegetables and pulao and all. And gold moidores means gold coins. Alright, so this is also showing the richness, the royalness of the time, that the people, they were very rich, because these all things, the costly diamonds, different types of precious stones, these all are representing the richness of that time. Now the third and the last stanza. Dirty British coaster with a salt-caked smokestack. Dirty British coaster. Here in this stanza, coaster. What is coaster? Coaster means a shallow. Shallow means little deep, which is the deep from inside. A shallow hulled ship that usually goes from port to port on the same island or continent carrying cargo. Means a small ship, not a huge ship, which was also used for wars. This is only a ship, a small ship which is only used to carry cargoes from one port to the other on the same island. On the same island means this is not very huge ship. Alright, and what does it have? It had salt caked smokestack. Salt caked, salt means little rough color, not exactly white. Caked means a shape of cake, means rectangular or uh, square, or it can be circle also. Caked means a proper shape. Smokestack. Stack means a tidy pile of something. Stack means a tidy pile of something, means something kept in layers, one upon one, something kept like that. So that is salt caked smokestack, a tidy pile of something. Butting through the channel in the mad March days. Butting means hitting. Butting means hitting here, or also it means going inside, coming, going, coming in the sea water. Channel means the channel of water between Britain and France is called the English Channel by the British and La Manche by the French. All right. In the mad March days, why the poet is calling March days as mad? Because after some days we will also enjoy the March days. In March nothing is fixed. It's not very sunny every time. It's not, nothing is fixed. Any time it can be too sunny, again it can be very windy, it can be cold, it can rain. So nothing is fixed. Anything can happen anytime. Weather suddenly changes. So that's why the poet has called March days as mad. In the mad March days, with the cargo of Tyne coal. What are the different cargoes? What are the different cargoes of Tyne coal? Tyne is a river in the northeast of England. Tyne coal means the coal which was found near the Tyne river. Road rails means tracks. Road rails means tracks which were used for rails. Piglet means fat of pig. Fat of pig. Firewood, wood used to have fire. Ironware, iron you all know now, it's a type of metal. Ware means thin sheets. Chip cheap tin trays. Cheap tin trays. Cheap means which is not very precious, opposite of precious. Cheap. Tin trays. Tin is also a type of metal, a cheap metal which is not very costly. Trays means the thin sheets of tin. The thin sheets of tin. So this last stanza is representing the time when the people of it's representing the time when people were not very rich, and it's also representing the society. Why the poet has written here dirty British coaster. With the word dirty, it wants to tell us about the differences in the society that time. The differences were of the caste, creed, and many other things. So in this stanza the poet wants to tell us about the differences in the society that time, and because of that differences everyone was busy fighting everywhere. So much of confusions were there, so no one was enjoying the life. Everyone was sad, fighting with each other. That's why the poet has used the word dirty. All right. So I hope children this poem is clear to you all. Thank you.